Oh hi! On this week's Game Life, I would like to share with you my thoughts on a new downloadable game for PlayStation 3 called Papo Yo. Now, what makes this game stand out from the pack is that it's actually an autobiographical story, and not a very happy one. Its creator, Vander Caballero, created this as sort of an allegorical story of his childhood in which he had to grow up with an abusive, alcoholic father. In Papo Yo, the young boy main character, Kiko, is friends/enemies with this giant monster, and he can be helpful except when he eats the poisonous frogs that he's addicted to, which cause him to go into a violent rage. The game itself is an environmental puzzle. Caballero says that he was mostly inspired by Sony's game Ico. The thing is, Papo Yo is really easy. The puzzles can be slightly puzzling, but it really doesn't take that long before you find the solution every time. I played Papo Yo after a lot of other critics had already weighed in, and I saw that they all kind of made this same point. There's not a lot of gameplay here. I think this was deliberate. In general, people don't finish video games. BioWare, the makers of RPGs like Mass Effect, has tracked this, and they've said that, for example, only 36% of people finished Dragon Age Origins. Now, Papo Yo is a 4-hour download, not a 40-hour role-playing game, so it's probably much more completable for the average gamer. But because its strength is in the storyline, and because to truly understand what Caballero was getting at, you've got to see everything, I think the design team were really pushing to make Papo Yo frictionless. They wanted to make sure nobody ever got stuck. This is kind of a shame, since getting stuck on something and then powering through it is what makes a video game feel good. So ultimately, anyone else who wants to try this sort of unique thing, pushing the boundaries of what video games can be, is going to run up against this problem. Even if your story is the most important thing, people expect fun gameplay first and foremost. Now, I wish that there was an easy answer to this problem, but unfortunately it's just something that game designers are going to have to keep dealing with if they want their games to tackle more mature subjects. In the meantime, bearing in mind its strengths and weaknesses, I would encourage you definitely play Papo Yo.